In this session, we're going to be looking at AIDA. Now, AIDA is an approach to marketing. It is one of the models that we use to create better marketing campaign, and it is one of the model we can also use to create very, very great copy. As a matter of fact, if you want to market very, very well, especially on social media, this model is very, very important because without the first one, you cannot even get anybody to buy. Without the second one, you cannot cause their interest. Without the third one, you cannot make them want to buy. And without the last one, you cannot actually get them to actually buy. So this is a very, very important model in marketing. And you know that we're talking about copywriting, and copywriting is an integral aspect of marketing. So we need to discuss this properly so that when you're working on your marketing campaigns and you need to write copy, you know how to actually use it properly. So AIDA approach to copywriting. So take this AIDA is simply an acronym for attention, interest, desire, and action, just as you can see on your screen. So taking it one after the other, and let's just explain it briefly. Attention. Attention captures the reader's interest with a compelling headline. Now, this approach is broken down into four. So, A for attention, I for interest, D for desire, and A for action. So they follow themselves, the first one before the next one, and on and on. Now, the reason for attention is because you want people to stop. You want them to stop and check out something, because without you getting the attention, without capturing their attention, there is nothing that would make them even buy, because they just scroll by. It's just like when you're scrolling on maybe Facebook and you are seeing a lot of posts, but none of them is catching your attention. But let's say you see a particular post of maybe a guy on maybe a red background, and the guy is dressed in maybe a Christmas attire. You get, it might allow you stop. You'll be like, what is this? Let me check this thing out. That is attention. So attention captures your interest with a compelling headline or anything at all that is compelling. It's causing attention. Next one now is interest. Now, this one allows you to maintain the engagement by presenting relevant information. Now, the fact that you stopped does not mean you would be engaged. It does not mean you want to see that thing. It's just like when, let's say you're walking on the road and somebody calls your name. When the person shouts your name, what happens? You stop. That person has grabbed your attention. Now, if you look and you don't see anybody, what will you do? You continue walking. So the person has failed to engage you by appearing or by showing himself. So it is in your interest you start presenting relevant information as fast as possible and the benefits of that particular thing. So that is interest. So interest is you can now decide to now even go back. Oh, so you're even the one that is calling me. I didn't know you were the one that was calling me. What has happened then? The interest has been built. So the next one is interest. You now get interested in seeing more of that thing. So it is not just a random post now. You've paused, you've looked at it, and then you now like it. You now start reading. Then your interest is now being built. Then the next one is desire. Now, desire is something that happens on its own. So while your interest is being built, you start to desire more about that particular thing. It's just like now, let's say a lady is walking and then a guy calls the lady. The lady will stop and then look back. Now, depending on what the guy says, would determine if she would desire to talk with him or if she would desire to give him the phone number or if they can even go on a date together. So all of those things is bent on the kind of information or what the person actually says. So desire is something that you don't actually create it, you boost it to come out. So you are creating a strong appeal by highlighting the benefit of the product. So the more you are talking about it, the more the person that is reading it starts to desire that particular thing. So you can say that we started with just attention. The person calls your name, and then interest. You look back and you see the person. If you are a lady and you look back and you see, maybe you see somebody that you don't, maybe let's say you like tall guys and you see a very short guy, there's a high chance you will just continue walking because that is not something you are interested in, right? That's just an example anyways, but just need to explain so that you can actually understand what I'm saying. So he has grabbed your attention, so you look back and you see a very tall guy. Okay, so you don't know the guy, but because he's a tall guy and he's let's say like your type, what do? You might decide to go. So your interest is being built like a little bit. But as me is not somebody that you even like, let's say it's not even your type at all, you continue working. So he grabbed your attention, but he failed to get your interest. So let's say he has gotten your interest. The fact that he's tall and good looking does not mean you will go out with him. Depending on what he now says would now determine if you are going to be, if you desire to be with that kind of person. So the desire is where you now start talking about the benefits of that particular thing. Then after that, you now have action. So their action is like the guy now telling you to give him your phone number. So you get the phone number, and then the whole process has been completed. So desire is where you encourage the reader, I mean, to take a specific action, such as making a purchase. So this is a perfect model that we use in copy. I use it every time in my copy. Whenever I'm creating a copy for anything, I call out the attention of the people that are going to be reading that copy. After calling that their attention, I build the interest. Then after that, I ensure that I also build their desire. I want them to want that particular thing. Then after then, I give them an action to take. So this is just an overview of everything. So I want us to now take it one after the other and explain it deeper. Then after then, we would now go into giving examples of it. Now, the reason you are creating attention, like let's take one after the other. Attention is to grab the reader's attention quickly in a crowded market. Now, they always tell you, they always say that the attention span of people nowadays is just, I think it is lesser than 7 seconds. So there are people that are listening to this thing right now. They are watching this video right now, and let's say there is another YouTube video that is under it. They can just pause this one and just watch another one, or just watch another comedy skit. It's not their fault, it's their attention span. There are lots of videos out there every single day. There are lots of information out there every single day. So if you want to stand out, you have to ensure that you grab attention of people with the kind of text that you use, with the kind of image that you use, with the kind of headline that you use. It has to capture their attention because the market is so wide. You're not the only person that's selling shoes. Everybody is also selling shoe. So if you want to stand out, you need to ensure that you grab the attention of people. And also with your headline, because your headline is one of the ways used to grab attention. We're writing copy. So let's just be saying headline. An engaging headline draws the reader in, setting the stage for the rest of the message. So once your headline is correctly done, it sets the stage. For example, let's say we have a headline, something like 10 ways to make money in 2024. Or let's say, despite what is happening in 2024, you can still make $10,000 every month. Let me show you how. What has that done? Anybody that is currently struggling with making money, especially in 2024, in this President Tinubu era, the person wants to read it. So that thing has grabbed the person's attention. But that is just the beginning. We now need to move into the next one, which is interest. Now, in interest, you want to sustain the reader's interest by delivering relevant and engaging content. So in the interest is now where you now continue from where you stopped. So you promise them that they can make money in 2024. Now you now start to what? You start to buttress on your point. Let's say you can start with, about 4 years ago, a bag of rice is so, and now it is this. Even the minimum wage is not even something that can even get one bag of rice. And with that, people are struggling, but there is a solution. If you learn this skill, you can do so. What are you doing here now? You are trying to make them much more interested in what you're saying. You don't want to just promise them something and just go like that. You are trying to make them much more interested. You are bringing them together. You are providing information. You are showing them the benefits of that particular thing so that it can resonate with them on a deeper level. You don't want them to leave. You want to continue the conversation. So you are trying to back up what you have just said with your headline. And then the next one here is now desire. Now, desire is building a strong desire for the product or service by emphasizing its benefits and value. Now, the interest is just adding to the story to making it much more interesting. But when it comes to the desire, you are showing the real benefit. You are painting a picture of what they will be getting if they get a particular product. This is where you share testimonies. This is where you share your process. This is where you highlight the benefits one after the other and expand on them. You want them to be like, I need to get this particular thing. This is where the desire is built. So you are connecting with the reader or with the audience, their emotions and their needs. You are connecting to it, making them want the product more. I don't know if you ever read copy before, like maybe any content online, and the more you're reading it, the more it's looking as if your art is drawing you more to get it. And you'll be like, I must get this thing now. Because the reader, I mean, the person that created the copy is engaging you more, is hammering more on your needs. We've already talked about the needs, hammering more on it so that you can want to get it more and more and more. So it's building your desire to get a particular thing. And then the last one we have is action. Now, at action, you are directly telling them what to do. See, the fact that you have built a desire for them to get something, if you don't tell them what to do, they'll forget about it. It's just like now when, let's say you're a lady and the guy talks to you and the guy has said a lot of things, you laugh and all of that. If the guy does not ask you to give your phone number, there's a high chance you would not give him. Most ladies would not even give him. You get, so until he ask. So if he does not ask, what has happened? He has just, that conversation was just in futility because it just wasted your time and you never get your phone number, right? So the action is very, very important. The call to action is the last part of it, but it is also as important as the previous part. So it is in your call to action that you're prompting them to take a specific action. So it could be to click your link, it will be to make a purchase. It could also be to subscribe to your channel, subscribe to whatever it is, right? So it's a clear and compelling call to action, and it facilitates conversion by providing a straightforward next step. It's telling them exactly what to do. So you've given them all of these things, show them the benefits. The next thing now is, okay, click the button below to purchase this course, and then you put the button below, they click on it, it takes them straight to where they will pay, and that is final. You get, so you want to ensure that your action is also greatly done. It is very, very important. As a matter of fact, every one of them work hand in hand, from the first one to the second one to the third one and to the last one. So let's just quickly look at the benefits of them. I said the benefits. Let's look at how we can actually use them. So breakdown of each of them. We'll be looking at examples of them one after the other. So let's start with the first one, which is attention. So I'll be giving you the examples. I can see on your screen. So let's say we want to create let's say we want to create a copy for a copywriting course like this one. Let's say we want to sell this copywriting course to other people. Now, how are we going to be about it? The first thing is our headline. So we can have something like become a professional copywriter in 3 months with our advanced course. So that is going to be our headline. Become a professional copywriter in 3 months with our advanced course. So an explanation, let's just look at it. The headline is designed to grab their attention by addressing a common desire to become a copywriter and introducing the offering advanced courses. So what have we done here? Like most people want to learn copywriting, right? They want to become a copywriter, right? And also we have courses that will help them. So what are we doing? We are highlighting their desire. This is just an example. You are highlighting their desire, and we're telling them that, okay, with our course, you can become a copywriter in 3 months. You get, and then the next one here is the interest. So when they have read it, let's say that they want to become copywriters. The next thing we now do is we now start to build their interest. Are you getting little or no results with your advert? They will say yes. Okay. Do you spend money on ads and people just like your post, but they don't buy? They say another yes. A copywriting course will teach you what to do to create power copies that people cannot resist. I wrote power copies. Now we're asking them the questions, and if they are our target audience, they would say yes. Now the more they say yes, what does it mean? When you're saying yes, 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 what does that mean? You are interested in that thing. So we are trying to now get them to be more interested. So this section is building interest by identifying the pain point and offering a solution. So they said yes, we now told them that, okay, our copywriting course will teach you how to actually go about this thing. Then the next one now is desire. Now in desire, you're not telling them that they can learn from experts, gain practical skills, get better results with proven copy techniques. So here we are trying to build their desire. We show the course outline, we show testimonials, reviews, whatever is necessary. We put everything here. This is basically the body of the copy. Every single thing will be put in here. We are trying to let you know that, okay, you're going to be learning from experts. Well, you're going to be having practical skills. We can even tell them that you'll be having a workshop. We'll be giving you assignment. We'll do this. The people that have attended this class before, this is what happened to them. You can get a job at so. What are we doing? We want them to be like, I say I go learn this thing. What are we doing? We are trying to build their desire. So this part creates desire by emphasizing benefit of the course, showing more information, and giving testimonial. And the last one now is action. So you can say something like, click the red button below to get a course for only 15,000 now. Say no to wasted ad spend. So you can see that it's very, very clear. We're telling them, click the button below to get the code for 15,000 naira. So click the red button so they can see the red button under, they click it, and then they also know the price. And after that, I'm also telling them, say no to wasted ads. So instead of spending money on ads, say no to that. Get this course instead of spending money on ads. You get? So what are you doing here? You are trying to ensure that the call to action is straight and direct. So the call to action is clear and compelling, urging readers to take immediate action by getting the course and telling them the benefits. You get? So you can see how we have used all of this, the attention, the interest, the desire, and the action to create copies, or how we can actually use it as a model to create copies that works perfectly or that converts very, very well. You get? So you can actually put this to use. You can just draw out, you can research an audience, think of a product, and write out a copy around it, share it out, you get, and let people give you feedback on how it is, right? And I really hope that you're going to actually do a whole lot with that. So this is what I'm going to be ending with this session. I believe you've actually learned a whole lot from here. If you have done, you can just let us know what you've learned in the comments. If you have any question, also drop them in the comments, and I'm going to be answering them. So I'm going to see you in the next session.